Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Poland Daily Travel. This time from the studios in beautiful downtown Warsaw, a city you must see. Number one on your travel destination plans for Poland. With me in the studio, well, need I say, the inimitable and sartorially resplendent, if I could only say it.
If only you could.
Nicholas, no relation, Richardson. How are you, Nick?
All the better for seeing you, Will. Delighted to be here again.
Me too. It's always a good day. It's beautiful outside.
It's lovely outside. The sun is shining.
Golden
autumn.
Golden Polish autumn, right?
Golden Polish autumn, yes.
Złoty jesień, or
yes,
yeah, something like that. Złota Polska jesień, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it's so scary when you say it.
Yeah, it sounds like an insult or something, doesn't it? Jesień.
A bit like I love you in German, which is even equally scary.
Is it scary? What does it say? Und ein Schulkerfein.
Ich liebe dich.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not
that
good.
That sounds
is it?
very bad.
It does.
Don't
yeah.
repeat that.
I won't.
The children may be watching.
Indeed.
I'm just going to have a sip of Fresh Joe.
Fresh Joe, yes. You Americans and your coffee.
Yeah. Anyway, did you see the story? I wanted to, you haven't flown an airplane for a long time.
Not
right?
since Christmas.
Not since Christmas. I recently flew, and we talked about it previously, and told people in detail, some detail anyway, what it was like flying from Warsaw through Frankfurt to Washington in the United States, and the reverse, and then something about what was going on there. But here's an idea. What if I said to you, I say to you, hey, Nick, how about going on a flight to nowhere?
Yes, that's very attractive.
What would you think that would mean if I said that to you?
I don't know. There's probably a town called Nowhere, either in Illinois or Australia or somewhere.
You think? Yeah. It sounds like Australia, doesn't it?
It sounds
Nowhere?
Like Nowhere, yeah.
Meet you in Nowhere.
Yeah.
It's a good name for a book, a travel book. I must write that down.
You're a travel author.
You. I'm a travel author, yeah. Meet you in...
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Note to self.
Note to self.
Yeah. Okay, folks, if you just write in, tell us if you like that title, and I will immediately put together a book. It will be available for sale within the next week.
So long.
Yes. Yeah. I believe in striking while the iron is lukewarm.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, in Australia, it's funny you said Australia, because Qantas recently advertised a flight to nowhere.
Right.
What does it mean?
Well, the plane doesn't take off.
No, the plane takes off. It just doesn't go anywhere. It returns to its destination, to its origin.
Oh, right. So just a sort of circular trip.
Yeah, it took off in Sydney, and then they flew out over the desert and over Bondi Beach. I wonder why they would do that. I hope they had binoculars. Don't you? Yeah. Because I heard Bondi Beach has some good... not Bondage Beach.
No, Bondi Beach.
You thought I said Bondage Beach.
No, I didn't.
Bondi Beach. It's the name of a beach.
In Australia, yes.
I know where your
And did it have many passengers,
secret
this plane?
thoughts go. What?
Did it have many passengers?
What a good question. Yes, it sold out in 10 minutes. It was absolutely... Now, I didn't... I was reading the... shall I look up the...
Yeah.
And read a couple of quotes, because I couldn't get them... I didn't get them to memory, and I don't want the Qantas airline suing this show because I'm quoting them erroneously.
Of course.
Do you know what erroneously means?
Yes, it means in error or mistakenly.
Thank you for telling me. I wasn't sure, but I was using it from...
Because it sounds good, yes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to impress...
Your president is very good at that sort of thing.
Our president is great at all things.
Apparently we're all going to develop herd mentality.
Yeah, I hope so.
Which, of course, is... I think that's part of the problem with the modern world. We have too much herd mentality already.
Actually, I've been avoiding herd mentality. It's a herd immunity.
I know, but he
said herd mentality.
But actually, in a funny sort of way, he was actually...
He hit it right
While
anyway.
we're on this subject of Donald Trump, I was regaled at breakfast by my younger son telling me...
It's not a travel subject.
No, telling me that J is for genius. And then he burst out laughing. He said, that's what Donald Trump said.
J is for genius?
J is for genius.
No, Donald Trump said he was a stable genius, very stable genius.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the case. That the flights to nowhere is air travel purposely for just the experience of moving about, not for the
Well, I
destination.
imagine the environmentalists will have something to say about that.
Probably. They complain all the time. And quite rightly, since if you live on an island, the waters are encroaching. Did you know that? You're from England.
Yes.
You ought to know it.
Well, certainly on the east coast, there is quite a lot of erosion. You can see, even they capture it sometimes on film of cliff edges falling into the sea.
Yeah, like
I mean, particularly North Yorkshire, around about the Scarborough area.
Yeah.
Norfolk as well is another
famous
place where this.
But not in Poland, because the Baltic is not an eroding
No,
sea.
the waves in the Baltic are very gentle.
Yeah, the Baltic's very gentle and quite shallow. They said anyway, the CEO, his name is Alan Joyce. I don't know why he has two first names. Seems odd to me. Blame his parents, I suppose. He said, this is probably the fastest selling flight in Qantas history. Yeah? People clearly miss travel and the experience of flying. If the demand is there, we'll definitely look at doing more of these scenic flights while we wait for all the borders to open. But what if the borders don't open and it's like the Twilight Zone and people just get on planes
To go around
for the
in
experience
exactly.
of actually flying and pretending
Well,
they're
I suppose
going
it's
somewhere.
useful for the pilots because they have to keep their hours up.
The pilots need to practice,
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he says the Dreamliner. They used a Dreamliner. That's the one the Polish
The
lot uses.
787.
Yeah.
The one which, unfortunately for Boeing, they have now discovered.
There were some problems.
In the tail fins, there is some weakness, potentially.
Yeah, they've had problems, And flying's always scary, actually. I know.
It seems to be Boeing seems to be going through one of those phases because they have, of course, the 737 MAX had all that problem with the engines.
Anyway, the Dreamliner, they say, is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful view from 30,000 feet. And that's all we have time for this show. I just wanted to talk to people about a flight to nowhere.
And like and you've sort of given them the experience because it's a TV program to nowhere.
Yeah. What? You can't say that.
Oh, I can. It's a joke.
Okay, we'll be right back for another segment tomorrow night without Nicholas. Can you guys come in and get Nicholas out of here, please? Okay, we'll see you. Nicholas, thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
Always in good humor. Hey, you're looking good, and thanks for watching.